High tea for NDA MPs that ended a short while ago. The Prime Minister has told them to get more involved with schemes, briefing them about the various schemes that the government has launched. The Prime Minister stressed that the focus of all the schemes should be the poor. Details from MPs meeting with the Prime Minister say that the big schemes that have been launched were talked about and the government's plans for the winter session as well.
इन सभी सांसदों को आज चाय के लिए दीपावली के शुभ अवसर पर बुलाया था और उसमें सभी सहयोगी दल के एनडीए के साथी हमारे साथ इस बैठक में उपस्थित थे। बैठक लगभग 2 घंटे चली। बड़े आत्मीय वातावरण में यह बैठक चला, जिसमें लोकसभा और राज्यसभा के सभी सांसद थे और कई विभागों का प्रस्तुतिकरण हुआ। माननीय वेंकैया नायडू जी ने उसका संचालन किया और देश में चाहे प्रधानमंत्री जनधन योजना हो, इस पर और विस्तार से अरुण जेटली साहब ने अपनी बात रखी।
Rahul Srivastava now joining us from the capital for more on the Prime Minister's meeting with other allies. Rahul, both the projects already in place as well as the government's plans were discussed?
Amitabh, this meeting basically was an attempt by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to get the government, the members of parliament and the efforts that the government is making, getting everybody on the same page. Perhaps learning from the example of the last government that there seems to be a sense of disarray, and to end any kind of chaos, especially from now onwards when a winter session of parliament is approaching. All the NDA members of parliament had a long meeting in which 3 ministers, Arun Jaitley, Mr. Tomar, who is a labour minister, and also Mr. Nitin Gadkari, the rural development minister, briefed all the members of parliament about the government schemes. The Prime Minister spoke about how the MPs need to get involved with the Swachh Bharat or the Clean India campaign, but an attempt to ensure that there is everybody is on the same page, there is no chaos. I would like to show you that on the streets of Racecourse Road here, Amitabh, there is absolute pandemonium. For the last 1 hour, almost every road which is leading towards Racecourse Road, that is the Safdarjung Road, the Akbar Road, the Teen Murti Road, Vinay Marg, all these are important railway roads in the area have been shut down. Returning to the meeting, Amitabh, this meeting, certainly one element which emerges very strongly is that the Prime Minister is not really very happy with the fact the kind of response which has been generated among the members of parliament as far as the pet projects of this government are concerned, especially the Swachh Bharat. Yesterday at the Diwali Milan with the journalists, the Prime Minister was talking about how the media has responded positively, but somewhere the Prime Minister felt that in each constituency, remember that the NDA today controls nearly 320 odd seats in Parliament, and that's a large number. So Prime Minister and the Prime Minister's office somehow feels that there has not been an appropriate response on the ground in the constituencies. So the first lesson in this meeting was that the Prime Minister said that almost everybody has to join in. One, take the message of what the government is doing to the public and become a party to it, and also remain on the same page. That is why the briefing by top ministers, say Arun Jaitley talked about the Jan-Dhan Yojana and also the coal policy that the government unfolded recently, because the government does know that when the winter session of parliament begins, or also in the coming days, all these issues are the members of parliament are going to face these issues. For example, the Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, which is a model village scheme for members of parliament. Each MP has to adopt one. What kind of response has been there? Whether all NDA MPs have already joined in and adopted one village? All these kind of exercises the Prime Minister wants to carry out in this meeting, so that the government, the policies, the members of parliament, everybody is on the same page and carrying the message of these policies down to the last denominator.
Rahul, on the sidelines of this meeting, was the Shiv Sena and Maharashtra at all discussed?
Amitabh, one clear indication for the BJP, which Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, the BJP president, will be very happy about, is the attendance of the Shiv Sena members of parliament. What it means that though the alliance as far as the Maharashtra elections is was dead and broken when the elections were held, but somehow the fact that the Shiv Sena did not step out of the cabinet and Mr. Anand Gite continued as a minister. And even today when the NDA members of parliament were invited for a meeting, that Shiv Sena was in attendance, that perhaps is a strong fact that somewhere, despite the kind of conditions that the BJP has leveled, that it will have its own government, it will have its own chief minister, and the fact that the prime portfolios like finance, home and others in Maharashtra will not go to the alliance partner. Despite all these conditions, the Shiv Sena has not moved towards a direction which might be called a deterioration in the relationship. In fact, despite all the BJP's strong conditions and the manner in which the BJP has dealt with the Shiv Sena over the last few days, even so much so that the NCP stepped down and said that it is ready to support from the outside, and the BJP has not come out with a no as far as the NCP support is concerned. I think the attendance does give the BJP the indication that perhaps the Shiv Sena in the coming days will be joining or will be part of the alliance that forms the government. Perhaps one will have to wait for the BJP top leaders Rajnath Singh and JP Nadda to be going to Mumbai, that is tomorrow, and after that whatever unfolds. One information which is emerging, that earlier the BJP seemed to be hesitant to go ahead and elect a leader before they were sure of the numbers, but now it seems that perhaps a sign that the Shiv Sena may be on board, and also the fact that the BJP does not want to delay the matters. The BJP is moving towards electing leaders before formally announcing in terms what its numbers in Maharashtra are.